We posted this blog a couple of weeks ago now, and we've had hundreds or perhaps soon close to thousands of views on this thing. The response has been absolutely gratifying. We really appreciate your comments. We've spent some quality time discussing your comments, and I think that the subsequent videos that you'll see here today will respond to some of your questions and comments. But please keep those cards and letters coming. We haven't solved the problem, although in these videos I think you're going to see a little bit more of a pointed, some pointed remarks as to what direction we're going in here today. Sean?
Yeah. I'm going to read from an email we received from an attorney from a Texas state agency. He wrote, "Perhaps because I'm a lawyer, I wonder if a bit more guidance on your specific retention schedule obligations isn't in order. I'm not aware of a way to avoid asking creators or recipients to categorize emails, for example, transitory versus substantive, and handle them accordingly. And we do want to go into more detail about our specific retention schedule obligations, because when we get emails from records managers, comments from people who are responding, and they're saying, well, that option number 2, make every email user a records analyst, you're making that sound harder than it is."
Well, one person said it's a red herring.
Chapter 441 of the Government Code says that the Texas State Libraries and Archives Commission, TSLAC, is authorized to promulgate the retention control schedules that local records managers like you, the RMO for Travis County, must comply with. And there's 12 separate schedules. One of them, Schedule GR, is designed to capture most of the retention requirements that local governments generally are going to share. These are the buckets that we need to put all of our records into, not just electronic mail. There's 12 separate schedules. GR is just one of the schedules. GR has 135 series, and some of these series have sub-series. They have special retention notes that say, don't forget to look in this other place, or under some circumstances, this may be a different thing. But just in Schedule GR, when you're looking at it and you're asking, well, what email might you get that you'd have to know what this said in order to get it right. And there's plenty of examples just in GR, supporting documentation for commissioners' court meetings, emails or attachments. It's Series 1000-03 in case you're ever playing Records Management Jeopardy.
Well, and anyone on a supervisor or manager level may create those records.
Sure.
That you just described.
Sure.
Countywide.
And in just general records, administrative records, there's a category for correspondence.
And what's the retention on that you just noted?
All of these can have permanent retention, either for unspecified legal or undetermined historical reasons.
Okay. And perhaps rightfully so. I mean, this is the business of our organization.
Sure, I'm not meaning to. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is wrong. There's a legal and regulatory framework behind all of this. Public Information Act, applicable federal statutes,
right.
Attorney General opinions, and one of the things that TSLAC has done is taken all of this complexity and tried to condense it down into, we think, about 1,500 buckets that apply to Travis County records.
If you take.
Well, no, I mean, how many more of these? You mean, you can go through here and find all kinds of examples of things that could be email. And sometimes you read some of these things and you talk to an auditor or a lawyer and you say, well, in our office we always print those out. Or in our office we would never have a record that fit that description emailed to anyone. Well, that could be true. It could be true for your department or your division within the department or a particular functional area. But if we are going to suggest that some kind of overarching policy be recommended, we probably won't get very far if we say 48 elected officials, 3 or 4 more appointed officials, and they each have their own email retention policy.
But how could you do otherwise?
Well, you could retain everything indefinitely.
Okay.
Or
that was my question.
or you could get smarter people to do it than us, because some of the people
That would be you.
right? Because some of the folks who are writing to us and saying, "No, you're making this sound too hard. The records management function can be built into the background by functional area and matched to job descriptions and identity logon in the email/computer system." Has anybody done that? Because I can't find an example. We don't know of anybody who's actually pulled that off.
Right.